The Wonders of Flat Slugly by Heart. For my children, Sky, Savannah, Noah, and Sidera, who teach and inspire me to love, to every inner and outer child who is learning to love themselves, I love you. Once upon a time, in deep space, there lived a banana slug from a 2D planet where everything was flat. All but the radiant rainbow slime trails the flat slugs made. One day, a family on Earth saw a beautiful rainbow and took a selfie. The family was amazed to see a banana slug in their photo. The slug even had a name badge on. Flat Slugly wondered. They sent the photo to a friend who was a park ranger in the Redwood National and State Parks in California. The park ranger took one look at the photo and said, "This flat-flying slug from outer space has a striking resemblance to the Pacific banana slug." She fastened the photo to her clipboard and set off to find one. Flat Slugly, they, them, theirs, was ready for the adventure. They used their slime to slide out of the photo and landed on a fern at the base of a nearly 380-foot tall coast redwood tree. Flat Slugly was hungry after traveling through space, so they used their 27,000 teeth to munch the needles, leaves, duff, and dead things along the forest floor. Flat Slugly ate everything in their path, but the redwood seeds that housed in their olive-sized cones. Flat Slugly was feeling full now, but without any slugs to share the abundance with, Flat Slugly felt lonely. That wasn't a problem though, because slugs are hermaphrodites, which means they have both female and male sex organs. So Flat Slugly decided to create more slugs by loving their self. Flat Slugly was all over the redwood forest now. Every time someone took a selfie in the redwoods, a Flat Slugly was captured in a photo. People sent their selfies with Sluglies to their friends all around the world. Flat Slugly went camping along the Neely Smith River with a family who liked to sing around the campfire. Neely is the Tolowa people's word for what some call the Smith River. Flat Slugly appreciated the name given by the indigenous people for the river, and The Neely is still beloved. It's a beloved being of water. The Tolowa and many others appreciate today. In the morning, Flat Slugly took a tour through Howland Hill Road, a historic stagecoach road from the 1850s. Slugly felt like they could reach the trees from the car because they were so close. Slugly rode on the hiking boots of travelers to see Stout Grove, the Grove of Titans, and the Boy Scout Tree Trail. Flat Slugly felt awe-inspired by the views, but they also wondered how they could better connect to these majestic cloud sweepers. Flat Slugly talked to a Titaneer at the Grove of Titans. A Titaneer sounds like an important title. What do you do? Wondered Flat Slugly. Slugly learned the coast redwoods at the Grove of Titans Trail were being loved to death. Titaneers were created to serve as stewards to the grove. Titaneers are volunteers who educate the public and keep people on trail. But really, they do much more. With honor and respect, Slugly became a Titaneer volunteer and mascot. Flat Slugly's slimy roots were charged here in these ancient redwoods. I could call this place home, felt Slugly. Flat Slugly enjoyed a guided hike and meditation on the Simpson Reed accessible trail. Slugly met a barefoot ranger with a singing bowl who taught them to enjoy the forest one layer at a time, enliven all of their senses, and find healing. We are all nature, just like the trees, holding hands with their roots underground. We are all connected. We too can send love, healing, and wisdom through our invisible roots with our intentions, learned Flat Slugly. Feeling renewed, Flat Slugly went to the visitor center to get a map. Slugly looked for another accessible trail they could hike on. Their 1 foot. They chose a trail in Prairie Creek where they rented a special trek chair designed to enrich the lives of mobility impaired individuals. Flat Slugly felt independent and free. This chair enabled Slugly to see elk in a meadow, trillium flowers that can take up to 7 years to bloom, bright pink rhododendron flowers, fungi hiding on the forest floor, and finally, big tree. Wow! The sign says this tree is about 1,500 years old. A park ranger said coast redwoods can live to be up to 2,500 years old. This is not the biggest tree or the oldest, but they are all spectacular. These trees are ancient and wise, thought Flat Slugly. Flat Slugly attended many ranger-led programs. They learned how to care for our watershed from a park ranger. Another park ranger investigated and compared the mouth of a shark and a banana slug. Turns out Banana slugs have 90 times more teeth than a great white shark. Another park ranger taught Slugly that banana slugs are related to octopuses. Slugly wondered what it would be like to have 8 arms. Next, Flat Slugly was captivated studying about invasive plants. Now, Slugly can help steward the park. Flat Slugly had a fabulous time learning the Bio Blitz dance. Look it up. It's a celebration of being outside. This dance is more fun than the banana slug slide. If you do the banana slug slide in front of a park ranger, you get points towards becoming a junior ranger. Slugly laughed watching the rangers dance on one foot. Finally, Slugly took a gander at a Pacific giant salamander. Uh-oh. The salamander swallowed Flat Slugly. It didn't take long before Slugly was spit out. A silly ranger licked Flat Slugly to see why. Banana slugs produce tiny grains called mucins, and when these get wet, they can expand 100 times their size, producing slime. The ranger's mouth became numb. They began drooling and warned the children, "Don't lick the slugs." Flat Slugly was exhausted after such adventures and decided to take a nice leisurely ride on a Yurok dugout canoe. It was a magical experience. Slugly felt alive riding on one of the only 3 traditional dugout redwood canoes in the world that are open to the public. They felt like the canoe was alive too. Slugly spotted a magnificent condor, or prego-niche to the Yurok people, watching from above. What a sacred sight to behold after a century-long absence. Slugly wanted to know more about the Yurok, who lived on this land since time immemorial. Next step, the Cha Pig o Kito, or Stone Lagoon, and I'm very sorry that I did not remember how to pronounce this in the Yurok language. There's other things in here that I don't know how to pronounce in my own book. But anyway, next stop, the Stone Lagoon Visitor Center, the first tribally operated visitor center within the state park system. Slugly remembered the Redwood National and State Park Rangers saying the stories of the Tolowa, Yurok, or any indigenous tribe are not their stories to tell. So visiting this center will be a wonderful way to find out the history of this place and how to connect to it. How to pronounce it. Flat Slugly was inspired to visit the Sumeg village, featuring traditional Yurok family houses, a sweat house, changing houses, a redwood canoe, and a dance house. The village is used by local Yurok people for education of their youth and sharing their culture with park visitors. Yearly celebrations are held, and many school groups visit the village when studying California history. Flat Slugly wondered what other sights there were to behold on this planet. They wondered and pondered, so deep in thought, they did not notice the group of school kids taking a selfie nearby. Before the group could say, "Trees!" Flat Slugly was captured in a photo. The kids put the photo into a magical mailbox and sent Flat Slugly on a new adventure. Flat Slugly traveled through time and space on a multidimensional journey through the cosmos. Slugly arrived in Egypt, where they slid out of the photo and visited the Great Pyramid of Giza. Wow, thought Flat Slugly. This pyramid is over 450 feet tall. A coast redwood is almost as tall, at nearly 400 feet. Flat Slugly saw the statue of Zeus at Olympia. Zeus, seated on his throne, his skin of ivory and robes of hammered gold. The statue is 40 feet tall, designed to inspire awe. Almost as awe-inspiring as the coast redwoods, but not quite, thought Flat Slugly. Flat Slugly left a slime trail at the Temple of Artemis, a Greek colony in Asia Minor that took over 120 years to build and only one night to destroy. Not as resilient as the coast redwoods, thought Flat Slugly. Flat Slugly was mailed to the mausoleum of Halicarnassus, Mausulus, and his beloved wife, Artemisia, went to great lengths to create a city whose beauty would be unmatched in the world. Still, this beauty could not compare to the redwood trees that grow naturally on this planet, Flat Slugly contemplated. Flat Slugly was sent with love to the Colossus of Rhodes. This statue is as tall as the Statue of Liberty, but still not as tall as coast redwoods. Flat Slugly saw the light from the lighthouse of Alexandria. The lighthouse stood on the island of Pharos in the harbor of Alexandria, Egypt, and is said to have been more than 350 feet high. Slugly was impressed to see a light being as tall as a coast redwood. I saw 7 ancient wonders of the world. I wonder what other wonders earthlings still admire today. For I have seen the ancient redwoods made from nature. Nothing else I have seen can compare to their magnificence. The Great Wall of China. I wonder what this is for. Flat Slugly pondered as they wandered, leaving a sparkly trail of slime. Slugly learned the wall served a purpose for its time, to protect the Chinese Empire from foreign invaders, act as a psychological barrier between northern and southern civilizations, and to protect the Silk Road trade. Slugly still did not understand. Oh, why are people so divided? We are all stardust. Stardust must not be contained. It is to shine bright for all to see, not just for those on one side or the other. Flat Slugly hopped on their one foot into the mailbox. Oh, look at Chichen Itza. Sorry, pronunciation again. The structure features a total of 365 steps, the number of days in a solar year. During the spring and autumnal equinoxes, the setting sun sets shadows on the pyramid that give the appearance of a serpent slithering down the north stairway. At the base is a stone snake head. Flat Slugly thought that was cool, but a giant slug head would be awesome. Wow, Petra is huge. It's half built, half carved into the rock, and is surrounded by mountains and riddled with passages and gorges. Flat Slugly thought the passages might be portals to other wonders, and slimed their way in to see what was on the other side. Next thing you know, Slugly was transported to Machu Picchu. This is the site of ancient Inca ruins, embedded with a dramatic landscape located on a narrow mountain range where the Andes meet the Amazon. There were several medicinal plants here, but Slugly missed the coast redwood trees in California. Next stop, Christ the Redeemer, a colossal statue of Jesus Christ in Brazil. "Hi," said Flat Slugly. "I have visited so many wonders of the world, but I still wonder about so much. Who lives on this planet of wonders?" Slugly hopped into an envelope on their 1 foot and into the nearest mailbox. "Let's go explore," exclaimed Flat Slugly. Flat Slugly visited the Colosseum in Rome that was built in the 1st century by order of the Emperor Vespasian. A feat of engineering, the amphitheater was capable of holding 50,000 spectators who watched a variety of events. "There is a lot of space here," thought Flat Slugly. Slugly remembered going to campfire programs in the Redwoods. They imagined a park ranger giving a lesson about the coast redwoods. Slugly missed the trees, but there was more to see. The Taj Mahal sparkles like a jewel in moonlight. It's a tribute to a woman of exotic beauty and a monument of a love story. Reflections transform the view as the colors change at different hours of the day and during different seasons. Flat Slugly marveled at the varied perspectives. "I have seen so many wonderful places, but my favorite sight yet is the spectacular coast redwood trees in California," Slugly remembered. "I will dedicate my life to helping them thrive. I will eat away anything that no longer serves the forest and create new, magical soil with the fungi. I can be a fun guy too, so I will make lots of friends there." Flat Slugly took a selfie and was instantly transported on another multi-dimensional journey through the cosmos. Finally, Flat Slugly awakened in the redwood forest, where they fell in love with nature. Slugly learned that they are nature too. By loving themselves and connecting to the planet, they would elevate to new heights with the redwoods and live happily ever after as a mascot for the Titaneers, volunteers who protect and serve as stewards to the redwoods we all love. This is an important role, as there are only 4% of the original redwoods left. These Titaneers and the banana slug mascots of California there are more, are heroes of the world. Flat Slugly feels they can be their authentic self here, and this feels wonderful. When you visit the Redwoods, take some time to reflect. What are you grateful for? Here is a page for your passport stamps when you visit the Redwoods. Take a screenshot if you like and cut out your own Flat Slugly to take them on an adventure. Then take a selfie together and see where the magic takes you. You were born to shine. Join Flat Slugly as they embark on a multidimensional journey through time and space. They explore the Redwood National and State Parks and the wonders of the world, only to find themselves in their forever home in the North Coast Redwoods of California. That was the story. And a little bio. One day in 2017, Wonderheart, she, her, hers, got a telepathic message from her dog, teaching her how to send love and healing through her heart and hands to heal his paralyzed back legs. Inspired, Wonder had her own spontaneous healing from 17 years of chronic pain she was told had no cure. Her consciousness shifted, and the thoughts that once left Wonder in a state of anxiety and pain transformed into the energy of love, hope, and healing. Wonder changed everything in her life, including her name. Once Ashley Smith, a regular human, learned to love herself, to be authentically who she is. She legally changed her name to Wonder Woman Heart, left her lifetime role in public schools as a para-educator in special education, and moved from Seattle to the California Redwoods to become a national park ranger for 2 years. She later began working for the Redwood Parks Conservancy to continue her new journey of healing. This is the role where Wonder likes to get out in nature with individuals of all ages and abilities to share the wonderfulness. Feel free to email Wonder at beingwonderwoman@outlook.com. Send your pictures with Flat Slugly, traveling the world, or share your own healing story. Thank you for listening, and have a wonderful day.